While I was in Singapore, I caught up with my friend Jonathan and his lovely wife Lynn. Last time I had seen Jonathan was when we sailed with 59 North from Newfoundland to Greenland and on to Iceland. I allowed myself the luxury of just getting to enjoy Singapore with my friends and let them show me around without filming every second. Thanks so much to Jonathan and Lynn for showing me an amazing time. So we're gonna head across this little body of water, channel, strait, I'm not sure, and go to a fuel boat barge that sells bunker diesel, which I've been told by multiple sailors here is like cleaner than even the best diesel in Indonesia, but it's like really affordable. So we're gonna go get 3 jerry cans full of diesel from this spot. I was told it was 97 cents a liter. We'll see what they say once I get over there, but I have cash, so we're gonna go try to fill up 3 of these jerry jugs. It's gonna be kind of like running the gauntlet on this. There's like giant cargo ships and barges and tugs and bump boats and all kinds of boats that come through this channel. So we'll be dodging some traffic Frogger style in the little orange Gary. They can definitely see us, but we'll see how it goes. A big ship coming. Alright, I just handed off my jerry jugs to those dudes so that I don't get slammed over and over again against the boat. So there's a giant ship coming, so I want to be away from the fuel boat and all this wake. $0.98 a liter, which is awesome. Especially Singapore is pretty expensive, so that's a pretty good deal. So as soon as I get that topped up, I'll hand them $50 and we're out. go. 59 Singaporean dollars. And we're off to miss this warship. All right, it's time to leave Changi Sailing Club. I love this place. I'm sad to go. I wish I was going to be here a week more. It's really nice, amazing sailing culture, amazing people, really comfortable spot, but we got to push on. So, time to go. And I got the dinghy on deck, and we just got to slip the mooring line. Now the tide has turned, and head out to St. John's Island, which looks like a really beautiful spot, and we'll be there for a few days. So let's get back out into the chaos of shipping traffic anchorage and make our way to St. John's. Ahoy, Ganesh! Ahoy, Ganesh! It was great to meet you guys. Thank you. See you around. Of course, it didn't rain the whole time I was at this sailing club. But as soon as I go to make passage through like a crazy crowded cargo ship tanker anchorage, here comes the squalls. Like a big ship blasting its horn. We're in the middle of this squall. right as the squall hits, this giant tanker's come barreling in. I'm like really close to the no-go zone for the military base, which I'm trying to get away from. Squall hits right at the right exact time. I have the first reef in the main up, so I can't just like, and I kind of need it for speed. Bummer. Hopefully it passes fast. Siren too, but I don't see any boats coming at me, and I have my AIS on, so try to make our turn. Like on AIS, no one's pointing at us at the moment. It's starting to thin out so I can see the ship's anchored at least, which I couldn't see a while ago. Through. Well, we made it through that school. Doesn't look like there's any more on the horizon, but ooh, that was stressful with all the ships blowing the horns and stuff. It's too stressful for me to make lunch, so I'm just gonna eat some Pringles. that is St. John's Island. The larger one is. We're gonna go around the backside of this point and anchor in the protection of the island. We have like 2 miles till we're in the anchorage. Doing good speed now. 4.5 knots because we're out of the slop, I think. Maybe there's a little current. I'll take it. So we should be there in half an hour, 45 minutes if we keep up the speed. It's been an exhausting day. I look forward to getting the hook dropped and making some dinner. And I wonder if we'll be able to see the city lights tonight. It's so close. Big shout out to my buddy Jonathan for telling me not to come here yesterday. He was like, don't go on the weekend, solid, like middle of the weekend. Because there's so many boats. And they said by 7 o'clock tonight, most of the boats should have cleared out. Because it's a Sunday right now. But even it's after 7 and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boats still here. We'll see how many spend the night, probably not many. He said people charter the boats and a captain from the nearby marina, and they usually come out for like 4 hours, and that they have to have them back by 8. So we shall see. But I got the hook down before it got dark, which is important. We're in like 45 feet of water. There's going to be a 9-foot drop in the tide, so that'll take us down to 35 feet or something. And I have 4 scope out, which is a little spooky with all these boats because I bet they got like 2 scope out. But if they're not spending the night, I'm not worried about it. There's a crazy cruise ship with words trailing on the side where the windows are. Oh, that's the other cool thing that Jonathan said is I can swim here because there's no crocodiles, which is obviously the case because there's tons of people swimming. So that'd be nice tomorrow to go for a swim. It's been a while. Good morning from St. John's, Singapore. Not a very sort of idyllic setting. But I guess if this is all you have is like a nice little island getaway, then this is what you have. So I'm told that this is crocodile free swimming here, and with as many people I saw in the water yesterday jumping in and stuff, I believe it to be true. I'm gonna get in the water and take a look at the damage done by the reef that I grounded on in Indonesia. This is the first time I've been somewhere where I could safely get in the water and look at the bottom. I did put the GoPro in at the marina in Malaysia to try to get a look, but I want to see it with my own eyes, check the rudder and all that stuff. So there's gonna be a ton of growth on the bottom of the boat because I haven't been in waters where I can actually get down and scrub it safely. So that will be seen for sure. But that should make the damage even more obvious because where it's scraped off is where the damage happened. Hopefully the next marina I go to, one of the next marinas I go to, will have someone that I can hire to clean the bottom properly before we head up the strait, Malacca Strait. So let's get in and see what it looks like down there. So the whole bottom is like sanded off as far as like a bottom paint. Doesn't look like any serious damage, and it doesn't look like any major cuts that I can see, but it's pretty murky. We gotta go to the other side and check it out, but there's some smashed bits on the rudder on the bottom, and the sort of filler things that covered the bolts have broken off and they're gone. A little bit of damage to the bottom of the rudder, but nothing crazy. I'll go check out the other side now. The other side looks totally fine. Just looks like most of it was right on the bottom of the keel. So that's good news. Doesn't look bad at all. Mostly looks like we just drove straight up onto a shelf. I didn't see any real damage on the side at all. So that's great. Encapsulated keel, full keel cutaway 4 foot. Strong as a tank. I think I'm gonna haul up and head out. I'm not really vibing this place. There's no one here because it's a Monday, which is good, but I don't know. Like otherwise, like if I leave right now, I can do a 6-mile passage to this other little anchorage and then only have an 11-mile passage through the chaos the next day. Otherwise, there's a lot of current the next morning and I wouldn't be able to leave till like 11 a.m. and that would put me getting in pretty late to that marina at sunset or later tomorrow. So it makes sense to break up the passage if I'm not really vibing this spot. I'm glad I got to dive in the boat, which was a benefit of coming here, but mostly I just came here to stop to break up the trip from Changi Sailing Club all the way to Raffles Marina, where I'm going to clear out, so I could safely transit through Singaporean waters and they wouldn't force me to go out into the shipping lane. So let's go ahead, get hauled up and head out. Oh boy, that was hard work, hauling up 150 feet of chain in 50-foot depth. Wiped me out, especially in the heat, but we're underway. 6 nautical mile passage, says 1 hour 43 minutes. So this is the island we're going to be anchoring at tonight, just around the corner. I think it's like a recreation island. Seems like there's lagoons that people go to, and there's like a dock and stuff. Very industrial, obviously, all around. But there's supposed to be a spot where we can anchor in like 20 feet of water, just around the corner here. Should be a good spot for the night. And just keep off all these anchored ships. And get the hook set. We are half a mile from the anchorage. 33 feet. Easy and mellow night last night. I woke up at the tidal switch middle of the night because I heard the lapping of the sea on the boat, but went right back to sleep. Interesting, like eddies happening in this anchorage at the moment. Current's doing wild things. I'm gonna hang out here until just before 11 as we're approaching slack water, slack high. To use the currents in my favor to get to the next spot. We have a 16-mile passage today. Should be an easy little bump. And yeah, we're gonna get into a marina over there, spend 2 nights, clear out, and head for Malaysia. All right, time to go. I decided to leave early. It's actually slack low right now. A lot of funny eddies in the anchorage. We're gonna haul up and head out for this last push in Singapore. Turn around the bottom of Singapore, and we have 7.9 miles to go to the marina up the Johor Strait. Been a pretty mellow passage, slow going, 3 knots most of the day, 3.5 at points. But all is well. All right, we are approaching Raffles Marina. And they already give us our slip assignment E18. So we just got to drive in and get tied up. If you enjoy the content on this channel and would like to contribute, you can consider joining the Patreon crew. Thanks for watching. Fair winds until next time.